Good evening, friends, relatives, and my dear ones. Friends, I am getting queries on daily basis on various topics like how to start business, what kind of registration process has to be done, what about succession planning, and other stuff. So, one day in the morning when I was sitting on my breakfast table with my family members, I got call for such kind of routine queries. After ending up that call, my wife asked me, Rinkesh, why you are helping to the people? I said, what kind of question it is? I am member of the society, and society is always expecting answers from a chartered accountant like me. But she asked, Rinkesh, you are not getting my question. People who are approaching to you means जो आपको अप्रोच कर रहा है और who are trying to connect you, then they get their query solved. But what about others? जो लोग तुझे कांटेक्ट नहीं कर सकते हैं या they are thinking too much to contact you, और दिमाग में बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस है लेकिन they hesitate to connect you. How can they get answers for their questions? I laughed and said, let me start weekly breakfast with them. Let me skip one breakfast with you and start with them. So, in between, my elder daughter said, Daddy, શું તમે રોજના એકની એક query or repeated queries you are solving? Why can't you record your voice and give it to the people for routine queries? I said, that's a good idea. The little one said, Daddy, why can't you do recorded YouTube? Because she watched lots of YouTube. So in that morning, I realized, that is around 6 days back, I realized that why I should not start my YouTube channel in which I can give the guidance, or I can say explanatory remarks or my thought process on various topics like startup, like economic development, or I can say registration process, overseas setup. So everything which is a general questions of a young people or the people of the society, I am trying to pull those topics and put on my YouTube website, which is I am launching today. But friends, don't worry, I am not going to hammer you daily by putting my daily videos on YouTube. I will put one video in a week, and in 1 week I am going to give you the idea about on a particular topic like startup, registrations process, or any kind of taxation matters or like that. And in the next week I am going to take interview, mark my words friends, I am going to take interview of well-known personalities of the world on my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe this YouTube channel so that you will get those updates. Today on the CA day, I am launching this YouTube channel with the first interview of well-known personality and president who was president of ICAI during 2007-8, Mr. CA Sunil Talati. So friends, now let us go to the office of CA Sunil Talati and let me take the interview of him on startup. So be connected. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel CA Rinkesh Shah. Thank you. Let's go to the office of CA Sunil Talati. Happy CA Day. And when we are launching our channel on 1st July, and if we are not remembering well-known chartered accountant of India, then it is the biggest mistake of my life. So before starting my YouTube channel, like to give respect to the professional elders, and the first and foremost name comes to my mind is CA Sunil Talati. He was president of ICAI in 2007-8, and it was his tenure in which the logo of Chartered Accountant was unveiled. And he is inspirational not only to me but many chartered accountants like me who are pursuing their career and making new and new heights in their career. So today on the first video of YouTube channel of CA Rinkesh Shah, we are with CA Sunil Talati, who gave us the consent to take this video. So I invite CA Sunil sir to on our YouTube channel. Welcome sir. I got privilege to have you on first video of Chartered Accountant Rinkesh Shah, and sir, you gave us lots of energy during my tenure as a chartered accountant since last 12 years. Sir, I would like to know that in the first and foremost video I have started topic of startup, because I felt lots of people are having lots of myth about the startup. So from your view, I just would like to know that is there any difference between starting a business and startup?
Well, let me start complimenting you, Rinkesh, on this unique and wonderful effort of new video channel which will be beneficial not only to chartered accountants but public at large. And that too, starting with the startup is a fantastic idea, and I must compliment you.
Thank you, sir.
And let viewers know that every new business is not a startup, but every startup is a new business. That's the fundamental point one has to remember. And there are 4 limbs attached to this with regard to the new startup. The requirement of startup is that the entity has to be either a private limited company or a partnership firm or an LLP. So you can't have a startup in public limited company. Point 2, that it has to be only for a period of 10 years from the commencement. Startup cannot continue as a startup. It has to run and then finish its tenure by 10th year. The turnover should not exceed more than 100 crore. An idea is to encourage MSME, small and medium enterprise. And the 4th most important point for startup, as Rinkesh rightly pointed out, new business is startup? Answer is no. Startup is only those new business which are working towards innovation, development or of any important product or process or service. Or it should be a scalable business with high potential of employment generation or wealth creation. So this a fundamental principle must be kept in mind, that it has to be unique, innovative and developing, and not routine productions which is being done by other manufacturers.
Absolutely right, sir. Sir, you use the word unique, innovative. So I remember that many of the people were starting the business, but the word startup came in the mind when Narendra Modi government took the charge in 2014. They promoted startup like anything. So sir, can you give some highlights? What are the benefits to those innovative startups are available in the taxation, sir?
Very good. We must compliment our Honorable Prime Minister who launched this startup on 15th August 2015, and it really picked up from 16-17. The whole action plan is simplification, hand-holding, giving funding support and other incentive in industries for the new entrepreneurs, particularly young entrepreneurs. In India, there are many industrialists who are young, dynamic, innovative, having ideas and brilliant concepts in mind, but for want of various incentive support, they were not able to start the things. The entire focus on this startup is that yes, these youngsters should get appropriate support, and the best advantage of this, that there is a 10,000 crore rupees fund set apart for startups. Up to 50% of your total requirement will be supported by government if they are satisfied with regard to your compliances. That's the biggest advantage. Second, almost 9 labor laws and others are all self-declaration. You don't have to get approval of various authorities. That's the second biggest advantage. And third biggest advantage in income tax is that in this period of 10 years, for any 3 years, the entire income of the startup will be totally tax free. So this is the biggest advantage. Though now corporate taxes are 25% for new industries of manufacturing, total exemption for continuous 3 years block is a great benefit that has been given by the government to the startup.
Sir, government is giving tremendous benefit to the startup, including the tax advantage which you have shared. But sir, I would like to also get input from your side. What will be the role of a professionals like you and me in the new startups coming in? How we can guide them? What will, do you think that they can alone go to the startup, and get the approval from the government, or hand holding people like you and me are required for the new startups coming in?
Absolutely true, Rinkesh. This is very, very important, and it's a big challenge as well as big opportunity for every single practicing chartered accountant. A practicing CA is the best person who can really help any industrialist, young or middle-aged, who is interested in commencing startup. And therefore, right from registration, incorporation, be it LLP or private limited company, getting funding from various government authorities, various applications to be made wherever these funds are required to be employed, where the land or building and plant should be situated and how the production should be started. If it is a service industry, what kind of people and employees should be employed, what should be the output, what could be the MRI, maximum return on investment. All this working can be best done by a chartered accountant. And therefore, I would say, not as a selfish interest, but ground reality, that a good startup cannot start without a good chartered accountant.
Sir, absolutely right. A good startup cannot start without a good chartered accountant. Sir, to conclude, I can say today we are with CA Sunil Talati, who started his practice in 1976. This is the firm which is equally capable to beat the global firm. So right now, today we have started our YouTube journey with the global leader of my profession, our profession. He is CA Sunil Talati. I really appreciate CS Sunil Talati sir for giving your valuable time and valuable input for my YouTube channel, as well as to give your insight on startup. You are on the board of various incubation center of the startup. So in future also, sir, you will guide us for any kind of startup help if required. Thanks a lot, sir. I appreciate for your time, sir.
Thank you so much. God bless you and wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.